Darryl, a bit comfortable in the back team. Is it what you expect from the pre-season game?
Oh, to be honest, it's hard when you put a new team together. You don't really know what to expect. I think we've trained pretty well, and we feel like we've got a pretty decent squad together. But I thought the start to the game was class. Thought, we're getting some good field position, and we looked pretty clinical, to be honest, which is one of the things that I spoke to the boys about before, is be organised, be clinical, and we nailed that. I thought we conceded a couple of softish tries. They didn't really have that much pressure on our line, and so there's a couple of bits to work on there. But overall, I thought we were good. I thought our younger players were really good at the end. And I know Cass, they've been talking their young kids up for a bit, so it was pleasing to see some growth there with the younger players. So look, overall, really pleased. I think obviously we've been out of Super League for a year, and we've built a new team, and I know Cass have got a fair few new signings in there as well. But for us to be as sort of clinical as that at times, and execute as well as we did, and then be quite sort of stiff defensively. I thought we had great line speed, and our contact was good, and our attitude overall was outstanding. So yeah, it's pleasing. Obviously, it's only pre-season, not going to get too carried away. But for us to come up with that kind of performance when we've had sort of a shortish pre-season was really pleasing.
I guess it's sort of like a day to like you thought after Boxing Day, maybe a bit sluggish, but you seemed really open rugby at times, and really, like you say, some expansive stuff in the first half. So so early on in the year, that must please you a lot.
Yeah, well, I thought our balance of playing really direct and aggressive, and then moving the ball at the right time, and because it was toughish conditions at times, our execution was really good. So I thought, the ball movement was great. Our sort of ability to carry the ball aggressively. I thought we got dominated physically at Christmas, to be honest. So we wanted to step up. Obviously, we had some of our better players come into the team, and we've still got quite a few players come back in who are good quality players. So competition for places is pretty strong. So it was a big step up from what we did at Christmas. I think Leeds look a little bit stronger than Castleford did tonight, and they went after that game. But overall, we'd just be pleased with what we've done. And like I say, we won't get too carried away, but it gives us a look at some areas that we'd want to work a little bit harder on, and then sort of validation that some of the things that we've been working on are going well enough to go into Super League and challenge teams.
A lot of new faces yourself, like McMeekin, good student for middle, Cam Scott, the right handful on the right edge, Seth in back with Silsa. What are your thoughts on them?
Yeah, I thought we were really good. I thought Cam was, particularly at the start, I thought he was a real standout. He was pretty stiff defensively, and he's made numerous line breaks on the back of some of our ball movement. I thought Ollie Pratt was pretty strong in the other centre as well. Some of the new players were really good. Seth was pretty strong. I thought both back rowers were good. Matty Staunton playing right side back row. He's good late footwork. He's handful. He's been a real standout really in our pre-season. He's had a great pre-season. So yeah, those guys were good. I thought Josh Rock did some really good things in the second half, finding space to put Ollie Pratt away, and we created opportunities all the way through, which is great. And yeah, I thought most of our players were pretty strong, to be honest. Thought you're always looking at what you like from an attitude perspective, what you like physically, because obviously pre-seasons are all about how you're going physically, and I thought we ticked a lot of boxes there, so I'm really pleased with it.
In terms of half-backs, you had 3 on short tonight. Jake Truman, obviously Mason Rano, and Ollie Russell came on. So is that a little bit of a conundrum for you going into the wrong one, because 3 decent backs and all that one? Yeah.
We've got a game next week before we get into the season, and the competition for places, isn't it? That's what it's all about. I think obviously Ollie started on Boxing Day. Mason started tonight. Ollie will start again next week, and we'll mix the combinations up, and then we make a call on who's the right combination for round one. So yeah, it's what being head coach is about, isn't it? You got to make some tough calls at times, and you know there's still some water to go under the bridge, and for people to put their hand up, which that game next week will sort of cap that off.
Liam Hood had a little scare with his ankle. Good to see him back on. He's young, he's okay.
Yeah, it looked all right. I mean, he rolled his ankle. Just give Harvey some decent minutes. Tommy Dowell's not far off as well. Coming back, he'll start contact next week. So, competition for places at 9 is the same as it is at half. It's pretty strong. So our spine, with Josh Rourke having an ability to play at fullback as well, is we feel like we're really strong in the spine. So yeah, the boys they're tuned in. They're looking pretty good at the moment. So it's signs today were great. Like I say, I've said it a few times. We're just really pleased with where we're at and what we've seen tonight. And there's some areas for us to grow and develop. But overall, if you'd have said that that's what the performance was going to be like, then I'd have snapped your hand off. I think it was a pretty. Not a complete performance, never is in pre-season, but it was comprehensive. I thought we were really strong. Thank you.
Luke Gale's testimonial tonight, what's it like to coach?
Yeah, he's still pretty noisy like he was as a player. I mean, I think he'll get to come to terms with some of the sort of technical bits, the laptops and all those sort of things that you have to do as a coach. Spend a lot of time watching training and games and things like that. He's coming to terms with that. But yeah, he gets his point across. He's got a great opinion of the game. He's dropped in straight away. I mean, he came on camp with us last week, and so he's around the coaches obviously a lot more now. And he's great to have around. He's been a real good fit. As a coach, he obviously coaches the academy, but he spends a fair bit of time around us, and that way it makes it really connected. So he started his time as a coach really well.
How is Max Jowett? How is Leicesterfield limping out? How's he doing?
Yeah, he's all right. He's just cramped. He's pretty. We haven't been on grass a hell of a lot. We've been on 4G quite a lot in pre-season, as you do with the grounds, and you don't want to be on heavy grounds all the time. So yeah, there's a little bit of that out there today, and that's what was wrong with Max.